It connects.
Broadcast is live.
Cool. So I'm not gonna really look at them too much. I'm just gonna kind of talk, go from here. Anthony, can you hear music going right now?
Yeah, I can hear it.
Okay. Is it? It ain't too loud, is it?
Not at all.
Okay. All right. Cool. Cool. So all right, man. So welcome to the Marcus Hall podcast. We doing a stand edition right here, man. Y'all stuck in here in Arizona. So things. I'm gonna have my homeboys introduce us again. On the top, I guess I would say the top right we have A Dub right there,
What's up? Yeah, that's your boy.
and
Hey,
then we have, and then at the bottom we have my boy Anthony Wesson,
I know the other A-Dub, huh? That last
the
one,
biggest, the biggest Chiefs fan I know personally. They
Very
finally
happy
won,
right
man.
now. Yeah.
So
Oh yeah,
you guys think you're gonna run it back? You got a good chance?
man. We signed it. Like we bringing some guys back. I know we lost a couple of people. Like what's the name? The play. His brother plays on the Bears. God, this is my slip. Was it the cornerback?
Dang, I can't think of Fuller.
Fuller. Yeah, we
Right.
lost him, and then Reggie Ragland too. Reggie Ragland went to the Lions, so he went like.
Oh, from Alabama.
Yeah.
Oh, I know y'all had him though.
Yeah, he was
came
a big
in.
part of the defense.
Oh, I didn't know that. I don't know where I've been at. I know y'all had him, but that's two people you can replace though. They replaceable. Long
Yeah,
you
Sammy
sign,
Watkins coming back.
you signed him for I think it was $9 million. I think it was.
Yeah, they redid his contract because he was on. He took a pay cut because he was going to get 16 million. He took a $5 million pay cut.
Yeah.
So they said he's. Oh, so that I was wondering if he was going to come back under that same price because that's just too much, right?
Yeah, and then what they did is they just put a lot of incentives in there that he probably is going to reach. Like he probably can make that. So I'm pretty sure he wouldn't do that just to not to lose all that money. That's a lot of money to lose.
So yeah, he still thinks he's in a position to get it.
Yeah,
And
I
they
kind of
gave
had.
him no trade clause too.
Yeah, I kind of thought y'all was gonna get Todd Gurley, man. Like that's all y'all need is like another running like a big running back, I guess. Because is Williams coming back?
Yeah,
Or is he gone?
we picked up his.
Oh, he is. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. That's what's up.
Yeah,
So
but,
yeah,
Zeke-
we got a couple of topics. Man, we that's a whole different podcast right there, man. Thinking
What?
about Dak and all that. If we gonna pay Dak or
They need to. I'm hoping they pay him before the July 15th deadline. We'll see what happens.
yeah.
Though.
so if they do that, they gonna get another contract or he won't be franchised.
Well, no, it's just basically. I think if it goes past July 15th, he's stuck on the franchise tag for
Sorry,
this
went
year.
Yeah. Oh, and before we go on too, what do you think about Alden Smith? Like he ain't played in like 4 years.
Hey, that's a great pickup though. On the other
You
side
think
of
so?
Tank, on the other side of Tank, if he actually gets reinstated, yeah, he could be a beast. You never know.
Yeah, if he stays out of trouble, because that's another Mizzou guy. So I like my Mizzou guys. Over
Exactly. Yeah, that's my fam too. So
I don't
my dad's
know,
family-
man.
yeah, so that's why
Oh,
I have
okay.
the Kansas City ties and everything like that.
Man, y'all might be cousins, man. You never know, man. You got a lot
We
of
might
coming.
be.
I know.
We'll have to run down the family tree one of these days because I'm sure, like, I have so much family back in Colombia. So
Yeah,
I
I want to
actually
go to KC.
it's cool. But honestly, I'll have to say my cousins from Kansas City got in more trouble than my cousins from like St. Louis and Columbia. Kansas City was kind of rough. I don't know.
Yeah, KC's
It's kinda crazy.
Yeah.
Depending on what part, you know. But like
When did you
my
leave
family.
Columbia?
Oh no, so that's the thing. I was born and raised here in Arizona, but my dad's family is from Colombia. So half of them went to St. Louis and like Florissant area, and then the other half went to like Kansas City and like St. Joe area. So
Okay.
we're all kind of spread out. But that's how I became a Royals fan, and then I also followed Mizzou, of course, because it's just the college town thing. So
Oh yeah.
yeah, so I got my Calvin Winslow senior throwback jersey in the closet over here. So
Dang.
You didn't get
Yeah.
the junior?
yo, he fell off so far, and
Is he
did
locked
all
up?
kinds of- yeah, I think and his some of the latest charges were crazy. Like it was way too
Yeah.
much.
Like the Target parking lot and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, it's
wow, now
terrible.
who would have thought,
Yeah,
man?
Been there a while.
He was so good though, man. He was gonna be that guy. Like,
But
I don't
remember his dad too. Maybe it's almost. I hate to say it like that, but it's almost like his dad was too hard on him. because like
You think?
he just went the other way. How could that happen? You know, Kellen Winslow is such a strict guy. You know, it's just crazy. I don't know.
But he was so good. When he went to Miami, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Was he there? Was he there when McGahee and all them was there? And Shockey?
I think so. He came like he was there like
Maybe a little bit after.
2002-ish. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was that team was low. Yeah, actually he was there because remember Shockey was starting in front of him.
Got you. But he was a little bit younger on the younger end.
Yeah, he was younger.
Because his dad wanted him to go to
best
Missouri
football
though.
team ever. Yeah.
With Willis McGahee when he hurt his leg in that
National
the
championship
or what
game.
was that? Yeah, the national championship game.
Was it here?
Yeah.
Were they here? Yeah, I think it was here when they played, right?
Tempe. Yeah, in Tempe.
Yeah.
Before the new Cardinal Stadium was built.
Exactly.
I went to
that was some good football
games there, yeah. But
yeah, so another topic we want to kind of talk about is like how y'all being creative right now, like as you we stuck in the, because like I say in Arizona we got the governor put the stay at home, we gotta stay home, which people not doing anyway, but I'm trying to do it myself, you know. I'm trying to stay home, try to do different things, cleaning up, rearranging furniture like that, you know, just trying to find some stuff to do. I'm gonna try to do a lot of podcasts too. So what you guys trying to, like, what are you doing? I know Anthony got the kids and everything.
Yeah, my mom's here though too, so it's like she's helping out with that. So that's been like a huge help, and they got me working from home too, so I got that going.
Yeah, because a lot of people they can't work right now, man. It's kind of like small business like that. They kind of taking a hit right now.
Yeah, and I know a lot of people are losing their jobs. It's crazy how, you know, there's been record unemployment. But me personally, I'm working from home, which is legit. I already basically work from home a couple of days a week now, or before all this. So when it really kicked off, our company was just basically like everybody work from home until further notice type thing. So
yeah, but when people lose their job, do they like it's like it's temporary, or they gotta find a job or something?
I think it depends on the situation. Yeah, some of them, like for instance, somebody that I know, basically like my uncle, kind of through marriage or whatever, his brother, he works for hotels and he does conferences. Well, basically every conference till the end of the year has been canceled. So they put him on furlough and they're like, you know, you can come back maybe at the beginning of the year when we start to book conferences and need that type of service. But depends on what industry you're in.
Yeah.
One thing I'm glad they did do with that stimulus package is like they increased unemployment, because I know Arizona's on the low end, $240 a week. Not many people can survive off $240 a week.
Right. Yeah. So it's actually, they were saying some people are going to end up getting a raise through the unemployment, the way they increase.
Do you guys really think that's going to happen though? The stimulus package, like who going to get that? I know they said that if you behind child support you can't get it, but like everybody
kind of a
get
good
it?
thing, honestly.
Yeah, it really is.
Dude
that's
should be
fair.
saying that anyway.
Yeah, I guess I don't know. I haven't looked into all the stipulations and stuff like that to see who's going to get it, but basically they said it's going to go off your 2018 tax returns, right? And whoever
2019
depending on when you filed, and it's going to be if you made a certain amount of money or not, then you get the money, and $500 per kid or whatever.
I sent a funny meme somebody did. They were talking about please cash out my 1200 to me.
Send it to Zelle or something.
Yeah,
get it straight to me.
Like I want you to Zelle mine too, because they don't take out no money. Because cash out, you don't take out at least a couple of percentage, so you're not gonna get all of it. So Zelle mine to me. So I ain't looking forward to it though. So I don't know.
But when you did taxes, did you do direct deposit?
I don't know. I got the wife. She did all that stuff.
You'll get it. You'll get it. Like if you did direct deposit, and apparently like they're supposed to start was it the 13th, so next week after Easter, and people with direct deposit. It's the people with the checks is going to have a problem, because they said the way there's, at least what I'm reading, is said 5 million checks per week. Now if they do that for all the people, they said it's going to take up to 20 weeks. I mean, somebody ain't getting a check till October.
Golly. But yeah, I was thinking too.
So it makes sense though. You can only do so much in a day, you know, if you're printing them and labeling them and all that, mailing them.
Yeah, I'll be surprised if I get one or whoever they send it out at the time. But the funny thing is, somebody put out. I'm
expecting it to be an exclusion for me somehow. Like I'm not waiting. I'm not counting on it or hold my breath.
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna get it, man. we getting it. Like they don't have to worry, but you're gonna get it.
Okay.
So I would say it's a win-win. So if you don't, you ain't expecting it. But I seen something. I sent you a post too to the group chat. They was talking about they found all this money, this $2 trillion, but Flint, they still have no clean water, man. Like they couldn't fix that, but that's kind of jacked up, man. I didn't think about that either. Like all this money came out of nowhere, but Flint's still suffering right now, man. So
yeah, and
that's
they can
true.
make money for it's crazy. Is like they tell you, oh yeah, we don't got the budget for that. And y'all can make it. You see how quickly they bailed out the stock market? They gave like what all that money like within a day. It didn't even take them like this long to get money.
It starts hitting closer to home, you know.
yeah,
They got to make something happen all of a sudden.
So yeah, so this whole time we've been staying at home, man. I hear a lot of people giving shout outs to all the like the nurses, doctors, the firemen, the people who work at Walmart. So I appreciate them too. I give them kudos too. But one thing I was saying too is I give kudos to people like the IG, like Instagram, Facebook, like all the streaming sites, like that. Because without that, man, we'd be in the house with none of that stuff. We'd be losing our mind right now, man.
Imagine
so
this
good
like
thing.
1990.
Oh my god, man. It'll be terrible, man. So I'm kind of happy with that, man. We got something to look at. We could watch different movies. Like we was talking about on the Slack podcast. We were saying like all the movies in theaters right now. You can pretty much watch them now. Like you can go to Apple TV and thing. You can kind of rent them and watch the movie. So that's a good idea, man. Like we can watch different people, like comedians. You got different battles going on IG. Which have you guys been watching any battles going on IG?
I saw the Scott Storch one.
How do you think about that one?
That's not even a competition. Scott Storch versus Manny Fresh is not a competition to me.
Yeah, I think it just depends on like what's your favorite music. Because Manny Fresh is kind of more urban. Like he like just has hits for like. I mean, he's ventured off a little bit, but for the most part, his hits.
Manny
like,
Fresh is legendary.
Yeah,
to me.
But they were saying that I guess one of the artists left like 6 songs. They had like 6 songs that they didn't use. They should have used like six hits they did. They didn't use it.
Manny had a couple he left on the table.
They said he didn't use a lot of his things. So
who won to you though, Anthony? Who did you pick?
I have a thing like I like Manny Fresh just because I like all his intros and the songs like ladies and gentlemen, chickens, cats, dogs.
Right. People with wives, people with children. Yeah,
upper class, middle class.
Right. In the gutter, out the gutter. Yeah. That's how he does.
But I was
Scott Storch, he would usually just do the piano keys on so many beats, and then other people would help him out with the drums and or different certain things. So Manny Fresh does everything by himself. Manny Fresh is like a one-man band, so I feel like he's higher for me automatically. So I favor him.
Scott what I give Scott though is this dude's work with a lot of like artists, like legendary artists.
Before his fall off, he was going really hard though. There's no question.
Crazy, man, like I wish he wouldn't have went on the drugs or whatever or had that problem.
Well, yeah, it was when Lil Wayne was becoming a monster too. Like when that Drought 3 type of time, I think he was all of a sudden using all those Scott Storch beats and the We the Best movement and all that stuff. So.
What do you guys think about Lil Jon and T-Pain? Who gonna win that one? Did they already do it already?
That's what I'm wondering. I don't because
if you just want to go off of musical talent, it's T-Pain automatically. Like,
but they were saying they said it was no competition. They said Lil Jon produced so many songs that you would never think he produced. So they say it was pretty much no competition.
I mean, if you want to, that's what I'm saying. It depends on how you judge things. If you go off of musical talent, it's T-Pain, I think. Like being a singer, and he actually kind of does know music. But Lil Jon, when it comes to those and when it comes to making hits, Lil Jon got hits and hits. You know,
why wouldn't they put him with like? It just seemed like that those two shouldn't be matched up.
Yeah,
it's like the one tomorrow, I think for Babyface and
Teddy Riley
and Teddy Riley. That one,
I want to see that one.
That one's going to be like that's more of something where you can see where you can battle. That's like T-Pain and Lil Jon. It's like that's not a battle, man. It's two different type of artists.
So even like Babyface and who else was it?
Teddy Riley.
Teddy Riley.
So Teddy Riley wins that one though, don't he? Or you don't know?
This one is kind of one where you can play me. You Can Might Be Sway Me depending on the songs. So I kind of want to watch that one.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
He produced for like some dudes too. Like Teddy got like some hits, like Michael Jackson. Like
Exactly. Like, he got some hits.
It's true.
So talk about singers, man. We say rest in peace to Bill.
oh man,
like
that was crushed.
I didn't realize that he had made Lovely Day. He made that. I know he did Lean on Me, and the other one was I had Rolling on. What was that other hits? He had a lot of hits, but he had like 3.
Ain't No Sunshine.
Ain't No Sunshine,
yeah, that's another one. I was like, wow, I didn't know that was even him singing that song. So, but when I first seen it, I thought he maybe passed away from the coronavirus, but it wasn't that. I guess he had problems, something like that. He died, so
it's kind of hard to forget, but people die every day, like already.
Yeah,
2020, man, the hitting us though.
But yeah, his other one is Use Me too, though. Like that's another one of my favorite ones. Yeah,
did he sing that one? He sung that one, or he wrote it. He sung it too. Okay. Yeah, so
but that was sad though. Yeah, for sure.
So rest in peace to him, man. Like everybody been posting him like that. So it's just sad because when you see somebody pass away, like, oh, did they die from that? So like you said, everybody die every day, but that was just a hard one there. But he lived a good life though. He was 81, so not saying it was good for him to pass, but he lived.
It's never the right time, but there's
At least he got to like enjoy an experience of like pretty much all life can offer.
Right.
Yeah. So also we got the 2020 Hall of Fame inductees coming up, man, and it's kind of like a damper because
I know
Kobe, man. It's like, dang, man.
Living words of his speech, man.
I know, that speech is like gonna be like Michael Jordan. He's gonna call people out and everything. It was just gonna be kind of cool, but it's just like, dang, man. It just brings it back up again.
Like that he would have did differently though. For some reason,
it would have been inspirational, huh?
Yeah, it feels like that he. Maybe when he was younger, but I think his daughters probably would have changed, like how he probably would have looked at, well, how would I want her to like respond or do things like that?
But at the same time, it's Kobe. Like he's gonna throw a jab somewhere in there. He's gonna do something.
Little jab.
So I think it did a little something. And then like saying like before he passed, him and Kobe was still kind of like at that. So I think pretty much he wouldn't say something to hurt his feelings, but he would have did something to Shaq a little bit. Like, hey, I did say you would want more if it was in shape. So I think he would still did that, So
he'd have
to. Just depends. Yeah.
Shaq would have been right there.
He would have been there for sure. But we also have Kevin Garnett. Kevin Garnett, of course, he was gonna be first ballot Hall of Famer, man. No question with that. So what you guys think about Kevin Garnett?
Oh, KG's a monster.
Oh yeah. It's a Celtic though, but I
gotta respect it.
Oh yeah,
but when you think about Kevin Garnett, he's a T Wolf first, man, hands down.
I liked him when he was on the T Wolf.
He was heart and soul, basically.
Yeah, like he played how many years there? Like 11 years, and made the playoffs twice?
What 95 to 2007, something like that.
Yeah, then Kevin Love had to carry the torch after that,
and he got out of there too. So. But I think the year they had was it Malik Sealy, and man he was a ball. I think him and Stephon Marbury was on the team, right?
I don't remember that name.
He was I think he may have been got traded by then. Can you imagine if they wouldn't have made that trade for if they would have kept Ray Allen instead of trading him for Marbury? He would have played with Ray Allen already in the beginning.
True. Never thought about that.
It would have been him, Ray Allen, and Terrell Brandon or something. Would have been the point guard.
Terrell Brandon, yeah, I remember.
Terrell Brandon was good though, man. He was nice.
I remember that year they had Sam Cassell and Latrell Sprewell.
And Sprewell, I know.
And
that was a good team right there, man.
Sprewell was actually under control at that point too, a little bit.
He wasn't choking nobody.
Right. Yeah. But it's crazy because all these names, like I've been watching some of the games on NBA, like some of the old games, just the random games and stuff, and they did the Sonics and the Rockets and stuff. There's so many players that were so great, but we just forget about them.
Like, yeah, we do. We forget. The main one we forget about. The main one I thought about too. I forgot about Larry Johnson. Like Larry Johnson for the Hornets was so good, man.
Yeah, he was basically like baby LeBron or LeBron when before LeBron because he had the same kind of like skill set.
And man, he was so dope, dude. He had the drive and everything too. So
yeah. And everybody want to get that split right down the middle. I remember I did it one time. I got in trouble, man. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, I'm like, hey, Larry Johnson did it. I think we all did.
He had the gap too, right? Larry Johnson.
Yeah, the gap.
the goal.
Yeah, there's
So
a gap.
went with it.
Yeah, so it was like perfect. And
That's
then we
so
also
funny.
have Tim Duncan, the best power forward of all times. I don't know if you guys agree with that, but to me, the big fundamental man. He's of course
He's
a
up
first
there.
I mean, it's
ballot.
hard to disagree. Hard to disagree
Yeah,
with that. I mean,
I know you got Kevin McHale up there. You can say Charles Barkley, Kevin Garnett. You got those people. But to me,
There's a lot.
my favorite would be Tim Duncan. So,
You know,
Your
man,
favorite
the
or
crazy-
who you think is the best? I'm sorry.
oh, no,
Like,
I would say to me he's the best. I would say to me he's the
okay, but
best, and
who's
he's my
your
favorite at the same
though?
time.
Both? Okay.
Yeah, he both to me.
Because
Yeah,
Charles
yeah.
Barkley's my favorite.
Barkley's right behind him. Barkley would be my next guy. I would say Barkley, and then I would say Karl Malone up there too, man. Like, yeah, he's
man.
up there.
Always delivered.
So it just
That
depends
Sunday.
who you like. Yeah, so
I was going to say the crazy thing to think about Tim Duncan is the dude is a Ray Allen shot away from having 6 rings. If Ray Allen doesn't hit that
He is,
shot,
huh?
the Spurs would have won that championship because
Yeah,
they
he
were
saved
down by
them.
3.
He saved them.
I still don't understand Pop taking him out. Remember they took him out on that play, and then Bosh was there to get that rebound.
yeah,
And,
but if he missed that shot, then he did a good job of taking them out. So it just went how it went, you know.
Yeah, I guess. But that's why the next year when they ran it back, the Spurs were not playing around.
Not all. They wanted that. They wanted it bad, man.
Tim
So
Duncan
they
even
got
said-
it.
Tim Duncan never really talks crap, but he even said before that game, he was like, or before that series, he was like, we're not going to let him off the hook this time.
Yeah,
I remember
he
that. I was
ready.
like, oh, he doesn't really talk too much smack, but he was
Yeah, because
pissed.
that sequence too. Remember that whole sequence that led to that 3? Like how Brian actually was missing some shots down the stretch.
Man,
Like,
missing a lot of shots.
Pro card is like normal.
Like you go, but that last one, like I don't know why he took. It wasn't even a good shot he took though. I'm like, what are you doing? That was a terrible shot.
You know what kills me about him is like I know he's third all time in scoring, but I think this dude has probably left at least a good like 4,000
Yes.
points, like by not going to the goal and just taking dudes off like
LeBron.
And miss free throws.
Yeah.
You know, he's not a great free throw shooter either. So
And his free throw shooting, the fact that he doesn't like to go to the line, it stops him from going down the lane a lot too, I think. Because he could go to the hole like Harden and he's going to get fouled or he's going to get a bucket or both, like every time.
I know I don't
But he doesn't like to get fouled. He doesn't like to go to the line. Yeah.
They treat him like Shaq now. He don't get no calls no more.
It's got to be extra. Yeah.
I'm looking at some of the comments.
Oh,
my boy said my boy, we're talking about Hall of Famer. He said Nick Van Exel. I don't know where he get that from. Nick Van Exel was good. But I don't think.
cool.
Maybe a Lakers Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I don't. He's making jokes. I might talk to him about that comment, but yeah. And the other person on there too that we that's gonna get inducted to is a coach. His name is Coach Sutton. You guys know anything about Eddie
Oklahoma
Sutton?
State? Oklahoma
Yeah.
State? Oh yeah, I definitely know about him.
So
Actually
they
got
say
a
he
chance to meet him before.
really.
Yeah, they had they still do the Big 12 tournament in KC.
Mhm.
So they had it like right before like the tournament started. You can go to like the team's practices. And I remember I met Big Country Reeves when he was on the team, and then Sutton was there, and then had another guy named Randy Rutherford. Y'all probably don't remember him though. This dude was like
Nah.
really good.
I don't remember Randy Ruff.
Yeah. But I had to look up Coach Sutton. I thought he passed away, but he's still alive. He's 84. But I guess he's real sick right now too, though. He's kind of sick. He can't get around by himself. But he was a great coach. But you said Big Country went to Oklahoma State?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know I thought he went somewhere else.
Yeah, they went to.
But
I believe they went to the Final Four with him too. I believe one year they were in the Final Four.
How long did he play? Like what, 6-7 years? For
I don't know, he
Vancouver?
was pretty decent. I think he had back injuries or something like
Yeah,
big
but he was
guys,
big
like,
though. He was huge.
Remember we
They
used to
called him
think
that for a
like him
reason.
and Greg Ostertag was his brother. Remember they used to look exactly alike.
Man, they both
That
was
same,
humongous
like-
too, though.
The same little flat top.
I think if Ocean was a little better when he played for Utah against the Bulls, he could have made a difference. But him and Luke Longley was like the same player. It was garbage.
He wasn't the same after Shaq slapped him.
Yeah, that was another one. That was crazy, man.
Hey, but
What you gonna say?
I was gonna say, speaking of funny nicknames, y'all remember Tractor Trailer from Michigan?
Oh yeah, he passed away too, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I think he passed. But he was good too. He was big. He was on big power forwards
He
too,
didn't
man.
really make it. I was rooting for him in the league, but he didn't really make it too much in the league.
You remember who he got traded for?
Did he get for the Nuggets, right? Mutombo?
No,
no?
he got drafted. He got drafted by Dallas. Had drafted him, and Milwaukee drafted Dirk, and they traded him for each other.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Wow, that's a great
Imagine
piece of
that.
trivia. Wow,
Dang.
Dirk is legendary.
Yeah, for sure, for
Like,
sure.
man, just to think them teams like the trades that they make, like
What
that
would
Brandon
happen?
Roy trade, Minnesota. They had it,
But it's still hard to say if things would have panned out the same way. You know,
Yeah.
with a good organization. But that's crazy.
Yeah. And one of the last people they was gonna get inducted. There's two more people I'm gonna say. I ain't gonna say everybody, but the other people was a good coach. I love this coach too. Was Rudy T for the Rockets. He won 2 championships with the Rockets.
Rudy
And
Johnson.
Yeah, I'll say thanks to Jordan for retiring those 2 years. That's why he won.
Basically.
But I still think they would have got. I think they could have beat the Bulls once because Akeem was a beast, man. And who was gonna hold him? Rodman. So I don't
It's
know.
our
People
winning
say,
Bill Winnington.
man,
Winnington.
please.
It's hard to say what would have happened. You know,
I-
but we
I
never
think-
saw Jordan lose in the finals once he got there.
The first time when they first one, I don't think they would have beat the Bulls. But the second time, they had Kenny, had Drexler still. They had you had Robert Ory was on that team. You had Sam Cassell, and you had a King Mario Ellie. So I think they could have beat them the second time, dude. I don't know about the first time, but the second time, it's possible they could have beat the Bulls, but we'll never know. So
Do you think that series that they had against Orlando would have went different and Nick Anderson made them free throws?
if he made it, it'll been a different series. But when he lost, he missed both of those. It was three. Was it 3 or 2?
I think
he missed.
four, and
I think it's 4. He went back to back. I think. Man, it won one of those games. I think it gave him a little motivation. But after that, man, that team was done, and the King was killing Shaq. I mean, he was cooking Shaq. Barbecue chicken. I'm like, man. So and that time I was going for the Magic too. I was a big Orlando Magic fan. I remember that starting lineup was Shaq, Horace Grant, Dennis Scott, Nick Anderson, and Penny Hardaway. On the bench, they had Darryl Armstrong. They had Tree Rollins on the bench. They had Wingate on the bench. They had it was one more player and Royal. He was on the bench too. So I remember that whole team. Huh?
Brian Shaw was on that team too.
Brian Shaw, and also they had Skiles too. Was on that team. Skiles. Yeah. So that the team was good, but they couldn't do that with the Western Conference though, man.
Remember Rudy T coached the Lakers for that 1 year after Phil Jackson retired?
And it was
the year Kobe got injured.
Yeah.
Really? I don't remember that.
Yeah, it was the year Kobe got injured, and then he just retired, and that's when Phil Jackson came back.
So he didn't get to coach Kobe?
Yeah, well, for the whatever Kobe games he played.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So and the
last
last
if they
person
hadn't been that bad, they wouldn't have gotten Andrew Bynum because that's how they ended up getting Bynum because they were bad that year.
And
that's another guy, man. That guy was so good, man. I don't know what happened.
I love Andrew Bynum. Well, what happened to him? He just doesn't have the knees, but he doesn't have the passion for the game. He barely started playing basketball in high school. He didn't play it all his life. He didn't love it that way. But he just saw it as a way to make a lot of money, and he was dominant.
That's crazy to think about that.
Yeah. Because I think he only started playing his junior year or something, and then he ended up being one of the youngest people ever drafted. Or maybe
he was 17.
Fun. I don't do this for. I just do this for
right.
fun.
He just wanted to pass cars and go bowling and stuff.
But he was smart too. I think they said
he's very intelligent. Yeah,
he's an intelligent guy. So that's probably could deal with it too. And the last person I'm gonna say that's gonna get inducted this year. It's a woman. It's Tamika Catchings. She was a 10-time NBA All-Star, 4-time Olympic gold medalist, man. So she was a beast, man.
You know what's going to be rough for her is she basically kind of grew up with Kobe a little bit because her dad played for the 76ers and then Kobe's dad was on there at the same time. So they actually were really close.
I didn't know that. That's crazy.
Yeah, her dad played for the 76ers and Kobe's dad at the same time.
That's cool.
So she knows she knew Kobe really well.
Yeah, that's crazy. So the next topic we're gonna kind of talk about, we got a couple more we'll be done, is will the NBA they play again in 2020, man?
I don't know, man.
It's starting to look more and more like maybe not.
That's a lot of money you're gonna lose, though, man.
Right. It's a lot of things.
I think Donald Trump had a meeting with all the heads of all the major leagues like earlier today, like at noon. So they were the NFL sounds like that's the only one that's possibly gonna like not get delayed or anything. The other ones sound like it's up in the air.
Wow. I see. AW. Remember we talking a couple of days ago about the Vegas thing. Can you talk more about that? What you read about that?
Well, yeah. So they're basically saying, take all the teams and put them either like in. Well, I would just say the easiest way to think about it is summer league. And when they do Vegas Summer League, they take all the teams, they put them in across a few hotels, and they play the games across a few properties where they have basketball stadiums. With Vegas being shut down right now, it's all open, and they could probably give some of the people some work, and basically bring in the NBA teams that were going to make the playoffs or whatever, and just go through that, and basically have the NBA playoffs over like a 6-week period in Vegas. But this would be like in June or something like that. But the problem with it is that it's still a liability, and do you let the family come with the players? Like, who do you let in or out? Do you test everybody? How often do you test? So that's one of the questions. But there's also sources that are saying that the NBA is angling to just cancel the rest of the season and just look forward to next year.
So bummer for me, man.
It's really that was
so you think So you think in Vegas when they did do that, would the fans be able to go, or just gonna be just players? You think
it would still be players only? It would still be
got you.
Essential people, and then it would just be broadcast live.
So if NBA came back though, say they did come back, maybe the end of May or maybe the beginning of June, it will be no fans too, no matter what.
Probably not,
because and even if I've been trying to think about it like in society now. Even if you go to Walgreens right now or QT or wherever, they got little tape leaving you 6 feet apart. I don't know if you guys have seen this yet,
did that today, this morning.
Yeah, so it's like, think about a game, how close you are together, huddled in the stands. You know what I mean? Like, there's just no real way I think that they can justify saying it's going to be okay unless they test people on the way into the stadium or something. I don't know. I just think it's going to be too much liability for those people to host events with that many people. So I think it's going to be all just no fans for now.
So what we'll say? So I'll say I think they're gonna play again this year. I say yeah. What do you guys think? What your final answer would be?
I guess we'll see at the end of this month. Like I would have a better answer at the end of this month because I know we still got that 30-day period to just see how like things are, because they're predicting like the peak of all this is going to happen like this week and next week, and then things should start dying down. But who knows? Like, people ain't listening to the quarantine. They ain't doing nothing. They're just going out doing whatever.
True. Nobody listen.
I mean, I've gone out, but it's been to like the grocery store. I mean, I got to eat. Like, so you got to.
Yeah. So, hey, though, what you think? You think it's gonna come back or is it canceled?
I hate to say it, but I think it's not gonna come back. I just feel like there's gonna be too much unknown, and there's not gonna be enough where we can really say, okay, we're comfortable with this. I feel like it's probably gonna be too late. I hate to say that though. What do you think?
Yeah, like I said, I think money wise, but I think what's gonna happen is that I think they're gonna do it some kind of way. They're gonna talk to most of the key players, like the most relevant players, and ask them their thoughts, and they probably go off there. LeBron said it earlier when they did all this. He's not playing in front of no stands. He said he's not doing it. So I think he's gonna have a big say in this. So if he say he don't want to play, then it's like say Kawhi say the same thing. Y'all don't want to play either. Then you pretty much got to cancel it, I guess. So,
but you think he's gonna have to reconsider that, right? Because that was a long time ago when he said that, and things have changed rapidly since then.
But at the same time, do you still feel the same way though? Like I want.
I'm not saying changing. Yeah, I'm not saying he'll go back on his word, but I'm saying like in light of new information,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And if it comes down to getting a chance to the championship, but I could also see them just doing some kind of like short tournament or something just to appease us, but it not be the same full playoffs and not be the same like champion. Unfortunately,
it don't matter whoever win this year. We all gonna say it was a real championship. It's gonna put an asterisk anyway. So.
At this point,
like
probably
Spurs 98, like the Spurs 98 season.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. So we're gonna go for the next topic. I've been seeing on Instagram and stuff that we have NBA players doing tournaments and tournaments. So I see that the guy from the Chargers, he won the NFL tournament that did, right? I forget his name.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, he tore up Tyreek Hill.
He the safety. What's his name? You know his name. What's his name, Anthony?
I forget. Derwin Williams.
Yeah. So
Derwin, yeah.
Derwin James.
Huh?
Derwin James. Yeah, Derwin James. Yeah.
Yeah, he won the whole thing.
He went against Tyreek Hill.
He
killed Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, they showed the highlights on Instagram. It was some nice little plays he was doing, but it was mainly like defense. And he did one pass over the top. I was like, oh man! And he played with the Bears.
The thing is, he was just recently injured a lot earlier this season.
Yeah, some time to practice.
Probably was practicing. And these youngsters these youngsters play a lot too. He's kind of still young, so
yeah, he's real young. And I seen the I think it started maybe today or tomorrow. The NBA start their tournament too.
Yeah, it started already.
Actually, yeah, KD lost. Boy, you said
he lost.
He lost in the first round.
I had picked KD to win the whole thing. He was saying he was the best gamer. So who beat him?
No, I meant to tell you. I can't remember.
Yeah.
I'll look it up for you though.
Wow. Did they show the game or just highlights too? They didn't show the actual them playing.
They actually had a broadcast.
Oh, they did.
I was gonna watch it, but then I completely forgot. I ended up watching Onward with my family. I went to my mom's house and we watched Onward, which is that Pixar movie that just came out.
So that's not so.
2 weeks. We'll come theater to the.
Yeah, we'll come back to that one. But that's the one with the dad. Dad died. But I watched my kids wanted to watch. So I watched them with them, but I came in late. I didn't really understand.
Okay.
Yeah, I watched. Yeah, but I came in a little late. I didn't understand what was the whole purpose of them. Like, I guess it was his little brother. He had the one.
So, well, no, I mean, just the gist of it is like their dad passed away, like basically when his mom was pregnant with him, the younger brother.
Oh, so that's why. Okay,
so
I seen the part at the end. He said, "You go ahead and talk to him. I'm gonna stay back here and try to protect it." So he looked. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, my son watched it yesterday, but I was working, so I couldn't watch it.
I'll just say though, the beginning, the whole point was he put in the spell so he could meet his sons once they grew up. So once he turned, it was.
So that's how it stuck. I was figuring how they had to make that happen.
Yeah, he put a spell so to preserve himself basically for one day, so he could spend one day with his kids as grown-ups, because he basically passed away when the older one was like 3 and the younger one was not born yet.
Oh, okay. Now it makes sense. I'm about to go back and watch it.
That was their chance to meet their dad, like basically. So that was the whole. That was the.
Did you like it though?
I thought it was good, man. Had some heartfelt moments. It was good.
Yeah, for a cartoon, that's kind of serious.
Pixar doesn't mess around, really.
Yeah.
Pixar does kind of serious topics in a way. Even though their movies are cartoons, their movies are really pretty good. Well done.
So it might be a dumb question. So Pixar and Disney like far apart, or they work together?
They work together.
Okay, dude. Okay.
Disney bought Pixar when Steve Jobs was doing it.
Right. They started.
Okay.
And Steve Jobs was like his kind of side project, basically, with the Pixar thing, and then they made Toy Story was their first finally big movie, and Disney had like funded it, and then eventually Disney ended up buying them. So rest is history after that.
And Toy Story got all kinds of feelings in
that. Toy Story right above me, right here. If you can see in the background some toys.
I do see it now. Yeah.
So yeah, I love it.
Anthony, I was telling him, I said, you can tell you don't have kids, all those toys back there. Cause I said you had kids, that's gonna be all on the ground. Like it's gonna be toe up.
Yeah, you better keep them.
Yeah, that's part of my redo though. I'm trying to redo my office, and I'm gonna have it a nice display, hopefully at the end of it. But yeah, no kids. I just spoil my nephews, but I keep all this for myself. I'm the biggest kid, so.
What you gonna say, Anthony, about the
Mahomes was one of those, man? I know they make them. Like, where is it?
Well, they're coming out with another one actually this round. They're coming out with another one. They had one before, but it's like gone. It's kind of expensive, but he'll be coming out again, and you could probably even pre-order it on Amazon.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get one because I don't want the cat.
I'll let you know, man. I'm trying to become the toy plug next.
Because you are a shoe plug. So speaking of shoes, we're gonna go talk about shoes. So some of y'all can see. Behind me, I have a couple of my shoes back there. So the next question is going to be your top 3 shoes of all time. You want to pick 3. what's your top? And you guys in the comments too. Let me know your top shoes. So I'll go first, and mine is gonna be all Jordan. Huh?
Are you gonna grab one out or what?
No, come out of dig.
Okay.
I could probably get this. This is gonna be my I think it's gonna be my second. Maybe I'll see. Maybe
My
this is the first pair.
died.
Oh yeah, so this is my all-time favorite right here.
The 11
No
itself
doubt.
or the brand?
Just this 11.
Yeah.
My top 3 shoes of all time are gonna be all 11s. So, but I would say this is my favorite shoe of all time. Like, there's no shoe better than this shoe ever. So this is gonna be my favorite shoe. And then I would say,
Dave, you're gonna make me want to go get mine.
go do it. While I'm doing mine, go get yours.
But I want to
Then
see
my
what you
next-
got too. You're gonna have to just wait for me for a second. I want to see.
And then my next one favorite would be the Concord, of course.
Ooh. So I
haven't worn these either. These are all new shoes. So this is my second favorite of all time. And then my third one, I don't see. I left that one in the room, I think. Hold on a second. I'll be right back. I know exactly where it's at too.
Switch to that view real quick.
My neck.
Yeah, he had the one of his in my that's already in there for me.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll do one right now. I'll do one. This is one I would say. I wasn't gonna say this would be in my top 3, but it's right here behind me. This is definitely like a hype beast shoe, but I really do like it. So I'll say this one, the Witherspoon Air Max.
Oh yeah, that's classic right there.
Those are cool.
Yeah. So I would definitely say these will be one of mine in the top 3, but I like to go by silhouette in general, not just the colorway. So I would say just Air Max in general is one of my top 3 shoes.
Top 3? Okay. Yeah, I didn't think about that. I should have said the top 3 different shoes, but
this one, I did wear these one time. I still got all the laces and the little patches and stuff, you know. So these are pretty dope. I have to say these are one of mine.
And I would say my last one.
Yeah, do your last one.
Last one, of course.
Come on and get up.
Space Jam, of course.
Slam
now. So all yours are
slam now. Oh, this is 11.
I just love 11s, man. I think 11s are the best shoe ever created. That's just me. So I couldn't. I always say I'm not. Oh, you got the. That's the originals right there.
Yeah.
What?
That's my favorite shoe of all time. Those are definitely my favorites.
Wait, which one did you get?
The Concords, but I got the 23 Concords original.
Oh, okay. Nice. Yeah, not the 45s.
Yeah, those are my favorite. I
consider myself as a sneakerhead. That's why I only pick Jordan because I have other shoes, but I don't consider myself a sneakerhead. I like shoes, so I buy certain shoes. So that's what I was saying. So
these are second for me.
Oh, okay. The ABs in general, or what? Or just
that's the wine. Those the wine color ones.
I think I have those ones too. The port wine ones.
Yeah, that's my second, and then I'm trying to think my third. My third is probably the Kobe 7s.
Those are nice. The system ones with they could switch out the ankle and the you could get the high top or the low top feel.
Yeah,
those are sick. See, my thing is, I would say that's one of my top 3 all times Kobe 8s. I don't have any actually right now though because that was part of my original collection.
You didn't get any of the Kobe 8s?
Oh, no. Actually, no. I got like every single one.
Tell the story so you can understand.
Well, basically, my shoe collection now is my second shoe collection. My original shoe collection got robbed, and I had.
Oh yeah, you did remember.
Yeah, so I lost my original shoe collection. It was actually the year after the Kobe 8s were coming out, so I had all of them, and I was buying them as they were coming out, but then that unfortunate event happened, and so basically that was part of the reason why I joined forces with Nike. I started working with Nike so I could get the discount, start building my second collection.
That's what I need to do, man.
Yeah, so my second collection is pretty much is newer, recent stuff. So I got that, but let me grab one more thing. Let me grab something else. Kobe 8 though is probably my top shoe of all time, but let me get something.
Yeah, I got one pair of those, the red and black ones.
So you all 3 of yours?
Here's
The Concords, the one, the wine Kobe's I showed you 2, and then the Kobe 7s are 3.
Oh, 7. What? How they look?
Honorable mention.
What is that?
Let me see.
Oh, the Diamond Turks.
Yeah, honorable mention.
I'm gonna go grab something real quick.
The Dion?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Show the whole. I didn't see the whole shoe though.
I gotta clean them.
Oh, you good? Oh, okay. Yeah, that's the shoe right there. I remember those. When did you get those?
Man, like 2013 probably. I don't know how I came upon those.
That's dope right there. But yeah, I guess I don't consider myself a sneakerhead. I don't think.
I just get
I have a lot of shoes, but I would say A-Dub, he's a shoe guy though. He's hands down. He has so many shoes, man. I'm not even on his level. So he gonna get some heat. I know he about to bring back some heat. I don't know what's going to happen.
Shoes that I like. He got Kobe's.
Yeah, he got so many Kobe. I think he got more Kobe than he got Jordans. But yeah, I'm about to see. I'm getting excited to see what he about to bring out right now. He probably had to put all kinds of security codes to go get it. Yeah, he probably got had to call police, let him know he going to get some shoes out.
He got a cryogenic freezer with the shoes.
Yeah, like he's in a chamber somewhere. Let me look at my these comments and see if people come in their favorite shoes, top 3 shoes of all time.
You get the McKeems, them 34.
No,
that took forever. I'm sorry, y'all.
No, we understand you had to go in the chamber and get them.
I had to go deep into the chamber, yeah. But I wanted to show you I did have those Kobe's too.
Yeah, those are my. Oh, I love them shoes, man.
I was gonna say I do want to say a Jordan, but that's too typical to say 11s. Even though I do have some of those 11s you showed, and I do really like my 11s. I like 4s too. Probably some of my favorites are like the green glow 4s, but I'm gonna say this one, just to be different, is one of my favorite, the Jordan 17.
Oh,
I love these because of the copper too, for being from Arizona. You know what I'm saying? Copper.
Yeah.
So
those the one came in suitcase, right?
Originally, the original colorways, yeah, they did come in the suitcase.
Yeah.
And they came with a little disc too. It was like the boardroom edition.
I won't those. We talking about those the other day.
Marcus Mike had them.
Yeah, that's the only shoe besides I don't like 1 through 13. After that, I'm not a fan. But 17 will be the next one I will go to. After that, I'm not a fan.
How about these?
Oh, there you go.
Barclays.
Yes, I got a couple pairs of Barclays too. I got those are heat right there.
Or
had to have those. Oh,
remember
there you go. Yeah. The flight pot or the something posits.
Yeah, the pennies, man. The stuff I always find the shoes the most random places.
Yeah, that's what's up though. That's what it's all about. Like that's what I love about most people's collection is it has something for them. You know what I'm saying? But then one more thing I came to share though. This is the last. This one's pretty special to me. This is the last Kobe that I bought. I still haven't worn them yet, but I'm
never gonna wear them.
But these ones I was so excited for.
Oh yeah, them are sick.
So these
you gotta frame those.
These ones I'm like, man, I haven't worn these yet, but those are nice. I bought, yeah. So,
what are those called? Which one is those?
These are the 4s. These are the Pro Tro 4s. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
These are the Wizenard version.
Man.
So, but these ones are the last ones I had bought before all that happened. So now I'm like, yeah, I don't really want to wear them now. So,
yeah, I couldn't wear those, man. Those.
Yeah. So
sometimes you sit down and you think about it, like, man, Kobe is really not coming back. Like, that's crazy, man. That's crazy.
I know, man. It's whack. It's like one of those things, though. It's like those harsh realities of life, and even these last 3-4 weeks is showing how things can change.
Yeah, this year, man.
Somebody was reminding me, this is the start of a decade. Like, please tell me the whole decade is not gonna be like this.
Yeah, that's terrible. Unless we getting all the best out of the way first, and we're gonna finish strong. I hope.
Hopefully,
that's how it's gonna go. So Ado, will you say you have more Kobe's or more Jordans?
More Kobe's for sure.
Okay, more. Okay.
I have I don't know. I have like we were talking about 91 pairs of Kobe's. So, and I still pair if you want a pair. I think I have a duplicate pair. Or
we got to make that happen. We got to make it happen. So
yeah, I'll make sure you get because you don't have any in your collection right now, right?
I have the one pair.
Yeah,
Grinch. I had the Grinch ones, but I wore it so many times, man. They ain't worth to be wearing. But I need another pair.
I'll go back in the chamber for you for sure.
I love them Grinch ones too, man. I've been trying to look for them.
But I seen them on they went up. They went like crazy up.
Yeah.
In the first like couple weeks, it was crazy wild, but it's coming back a little bit because people just weren't buying it, which is good. Yeah. That's the only way to fight that type of price gouging is just
don't buy.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's how you fix that.
Well, to me, but the only thing is, it only takes one knucklehead to do it. So, but I think just collectively, people were like, "We're not going to be paying enormous for Kobe too much right now. We're going to wait a little bit." So
yeah. So my last question, we can finish the podcast on this one is give me a day or time you guys think the this whole pandemic, the coronavirus, is going to be over with. You think May, June, July? Like, what do you think? I'm gonna say for sure, it's gonna be over like mid-May, first week of June for sure. I would say.
But when you say over, can you define that for us? Like, what do you mean over?
Yeah, that's what because they ain't got no.
Well,
cure.
I wouldn't say over, but I think we'll be able to go back to normal. I think we'll be able to go back to go to like movies again and restaurants again.
Like open back up, basically.
Yeah, I think we'll be getting ready to go in training camp and everything like that. I think it'll be kind of cool. So I'll say I'm gonna change. I'm gonna say June, the first week of June, everything will be pretty cool. I think.
I'm gonna go July 4th weekend. I'm gonna Independence Day weekend. That just seems like something American to do. I'm gonna go like that's when everything's gonna get back to normal.
That's a good call. I think it's gonna be. Yeah, I was gonna say somewhere like in like mid-July or like August.
Open the summer back up, like maybe.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a while. I think it's gonna be like a good like 3 months, like in total, from the beginning of March to. Well,
I would say. Say, go ahead. What you say?
I was thinking, like I was thinking it's gonna be at least a good like 90 days from like the real kickoff. So I don't know when we would say that would be.
So you think it's gonna take us a while to get back in the groove of things, or you gonna go straight like nothing ever happened?
No, I think people are gonna feel weird. I think people are gonna like not, I think the whole
people sneezing for a long time is gonna be like,
like that's gonna be a new norm that like it's just completely more unacceptable. You know what I mean? Yeah. At the Fry's, at the grocery stores and stuff, they got the screens in between.
Yeah,
have you seen that yet?
Yeah,
so, I haven't seen that yet.
I like between the cashier when you walk in, you put yourself on the thing. There's like a face shield in between.
Wow, I haven't been going to stores, so I haven't seen it.
I think that's going to be normal. Like they're not just going to take those down. I think they keep it up forever, maybe. So I think a lot of things are going to change probably for a while or for the better, for good. I don't know if for the better, but forever, I guess.
And it's kind of weird too because the flu is dangerous too. But everybody knows when flu season, that's when kind of watch out for people. Then we move on. But I think the coronavirus is going to be that thing when people sneeze, shaking hands, washing your hands.
Yeah, people are definitely going to be more conscious about that.
That's going to be a big thing now, man. So,
and it's not going to go away. I don't think.
You know what I hope happens though is this is all the stuff people like what we're doing now. I get stuck to like phones and like internet and all that. This is what people been doing to ignore face-to-face interaction and ignoring going to see people. I'm hoping that one good thing comes out is people like value like their friendships and personal time together like more than what we have been. And, like when you're out like a restaurant, it's like put your phone down and like eat dinner with people.
Yeah. That's speaking to me too. So I gotta do better at that too.
I know. I was saying I think I'm gonna make a list. I'm gonna start like make a list of when I'm talking and connecting with people like, people are like, we should go out to breakfast, or when all this is over, we got to do this again or that again. Like I'm gonna start writing that stuff down. Yeah, and whenever we do open back up, I'm gonna come check on everybody and hit them up and be like, all right, we're supposed to go hit that round of golf. Like, let's do it. Or we're supposed to go to breakfast. Like, let's do it. So I'm making myself like a little 2020 bucket list. So when all this is over, a list of stuff to do when I'm thinking about it. So.
Yeah, so I can't wait till it's all over with, man. Because this is the first time we really been through something like this, man. So hopefully we can learn from it. And hopefully it just like you said, make us get close together and appreciate things more.
Yeah,
I
'cause
can't
now
wait.
we're stuck doing all the stuff that we were doing to ignore face-to-face interaction. No, every
Now
time we
it's
go out,
like-
somebody, let me just take pictures of everything, put my face in the phone, like text messages. Like now you can. That's all you can
Right.
do, and you know people are complaining about it. Like, well, that's what you were doing before this.
But when you don't have any other option, now all of a sudden you feel like different.
Yeah,
That's how we are. Humans are crazy.
I know we said this on this last thing we're gonna do, and we'll be done. I know we said it on Slacker podcast, but what's the first thing you got looking forward to doing when you can go out? I say I can't wait to go to a restaurant and eat. That's my first thing I want to do. Sit down and grub.
Yeah, that would be
Can you-
cool. I don't really go out to like drink too much, but that's one thing you can't really do right now is like get like a drink, like a nice drink from a bartender or whatever. So I would like to go out somewhere, have a nice dinner, have an old fashioned. You know what I'm saying? That sounds really nice, probably right now.
I go to a mall and see people, and maybe celebrate my birthday. Birthday, I had quarantine.
Oh, when is it?
March 23rd. It was already.
Oh, okay. Yeah, my mom's was the 26th, so we had to celebrate hers inside. Kind of, we tried to make it special.
Yeah, everybody this March and April, like we.
Yeah, mine.
Well, happy belated,
mine's
bro.
in-
Yikes.
yeah, mine's the end of the month, so we're gonna be still in here too. So
Yeah, the April 29th, right?
Yeah. So
Yeah, my dad's is the 19th, so we're all kind of trapped.
I'm not a big birthday person anyway, so ain't gonna bother me too bad. So
Well, I don't know if you've been though downtown, the Yard. It's a nice place. It's got a big.
oh
area.
yeah.
I think we should definitely just have a nice little meetup with a bunch of us at the Yard, like when this is all
Should do
over.
that.
Have
Gotta
a
write
nice-
it down somewhere too.
Yeah,
Gotta
have a
write
nice-
it
I'm still
yeah.
here.
You'll be here. What do you mean?
down. He think about moving back to Texas. Moving
Oh,
to
you
Texas
never
No,
now.
know.
it's guaranteed. But
Oh, you're moving to Texas.
Oh man.
Where parts? Where about?
probably Arlington. That's probably around the end of Dallas. but
Fort
it's-
Worth
yeah,
area?
Yeah.
So
Okay.
he said
Hey, we
guaranteed.
can still do the podcast. I can do it.
Well,
Exactly. Like
When we
this.
go down for the Cowboys game, we're there. Then we
We
already
could
there.
definitely- But the only thing is,
we should do that.
we're gonna do that. But only thing is, you can't wear cheap stuff, man. Wear regular clothes. And he'll come all the way full cheap stuff. And
Let him
somebody
do it.
say something crazy to him, and we have to fight somebody because he got this cheap stuff on.
No,
Hey,
So-
we ain't Raiders.
I'm gonna go with
fans.
Eagle
Come on.
stuff.
Oh, don't do it, Eagles. Bro. Don't
You
do
don't sit
that.
by yourself. But
Hey, we're
Nah,
also
you-
when we go there. We got to go to this place called Hard 8. It's a barbecue place. It's so fire. It's like the best barbecue in Arlington.
I heard it's better than Gates.
I think so.
I never had Gates, but I heard Gates is good
Different
though.
type
I
of
don't know
barbecue.
though.
Yeah.
It is different because that's the thing. Because in Kansas City, like it's definitely different barbecue too. Like
But
it's-
Texas is more
yeah.
brisket though, right? You guys like are more
Yeah.
brisket.
Well, the thing I liked about this place is you walk through and it's like you walk through the stables where they're cooking everything.
Oh,
And they just do it by the pound, and they're just like, "How much you want? Just break me that off." And they just put it on your lunch tray. Oh, it's so fire, dog.
Marcus,
That's
you have
why I
barbecue in Texas? Where you at too?
yeah, we do,
What's
but it
that
ain't like y'all though.
I'm surprised.
Can we-
though. Like,
We my favorite thing, my favorite barbecue thing is like we have links. It's not like link like people say links.
Like hot links, like
no,
Earl Campbell.
no,
Earl
No, it's like-
Earl
like-
Campbell's.
Those
no,
Earl
no, no,
Campbell-
no. It's not like that. It's actual. It's a link with rope on the end of it, and it has like casing with meat inside of it. Like you can't eat the skin. Like you have to kind of like eat it and
Oh, I
like
know what you're talking about.
they kind of link. So that's a link I'm talking to. Like you can't just bite it and eat like a
So
hot
where
dog.
do you
No,
get those around here? Do you get them?
You
anywhere
can't.
here?
you can't. It's like a southern thing.
So it's like a thick casing, though. You can't just bite it.
Yeah.
And snap into
Like
it.
it has rope on the end of it, and you gotta like eat it like that. It's like the best. You got like a loaf of bread. You eat it plain
Yeah,
like that.
just white bread. Just white bread.
Oh,
Wonder bread, right?
Man, it's the best. It's the best ever, dude.
We'll find out. We'll go.
Yeah, we gotta check it out. So last one, Anthony, what's the best barbecue in Case? Is it Case Masterpiece or is it Gates?
Masterpiece.
Isn't it?
No, I'm
was
saying masterpiece. Like what? That
What
ain't even
so-
in the list.
That's the barbecue.
Okay. Good chips. So, I don't know. I thought it was, you know.
I can show you. Hopefully, I put it in the refrigerator because I opened it the other day. Well, there's one I got here in the cupboard here.
There
Oh,
you
so
go.
that's the best.
Gates.
All right.
That's one
So
of-
Case Close.
But Jack Stack too, man. Jack Stack. I don't, if you ever go to KC, go to Jack Stack.
Jack Stack. Is that down like in that main district or what?
There's a few of them. Yeah,
Oh,
I
okay.
got the Jack Stack here.
Cool.
Because what's that little electric light district? There's the Kansas
Power and
City
Light District.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I want to go to that place, but I can't remember the name of it right now. Is it just Kansas City Steakhouse? Is that all it's called?
You know, I've been down there, but I
Okay.
don't remember everything. Like,
I gotta look that up though, because I need to go back there to see some fam and stuff. But there's one place I can't remember the name of it right now. But I was.
But the
wanting
other
to
place, like
try.
if you ever go there, like there's a place called LC's too. Like you find sometimes you can find like the places that aren't like commercial, like Gates or whatever, and they have
Right.
good barbecue too.
So
We've been trying
Marcus,
to get in here forever. You gonna say hi? I'm gonna show you a hair
Uh-oh.
because you need a haircut. Say
What's
hi.
up?
That's everybody, man. Look, I ain't got the beard going. I'm just like
What's
going.
up, big man?
Can't hear him, huh? So, you don't say hi to you.
You gotta follow it. Dad's footsteps now. Oh,
Hi.
Hey, what's
Hey,
up?
what's
How's it
going on?
going? You still got your jammies on?
Yeah, living a life. Living a life.
That's like my
So
nephew the other day, 4:30 in the afternoon. I went to go see him. Still jammies, Lightning McQueen.
Yeah, I pulled the Wii out, man. We been playing the Wii like crazy, man.
Tiger
So,
Woods game on still? Got the
yeah, and playing bowling and everything too. You know the Wii Sports. You can play the bowling and everything on there. It never gets old. It's
bowling in
always
real
good.
life is fun. I'm pretty decent at bowling in real life. We should do
so
that.
We got a lot of stuff we
Yeah,
gotta
that'd
do
be
too.
fun too. Yeah.
We got a lot of stuff on the list.
Yeah, definitely. So I know I'm gonna let you guys go. I know we've been on here about an hour now. So
This is
Actually,
dope.
yeah,
bro.
we
I like
definitely-
this stuff. Yeah.
So we definitely gotta do it again. This is a new little thing I'm using now, so I'm gonna get better at it. So it's pretty decent, so we're gonna start using it more and make it happen. So
Yeah, this is dope. It's almost like how Fox does it when they have people like that can't be in the studio, but like you get them.
yeah. Cause
And
I
I
know
like that you can split the screen and all that. It's nice.
cause I know we've been doing a lot of people doing a lot of Zoom and stuff too, but I don't too much care for Zoom
Bro,
because
I should speak to that dude, and I could take this snippet and use it for Slack because we did 2 episodes this week. We did one Zoom episode and it failed, and our backup measures worked, but it only worked. It only got audio from one of the 4 of us, and then the second time we did it, our backup worked, but it came out in the MP, the WebMB file or something like that. And I was trying to convert it to MP4, and we're trying to get it converted to MP4, but everybody
send
wants.
it to me. I have a whole bunch of converters. I'm pretty sure I can convert it.
I
No
mean,
problem.
I think BLC can convert it. You have the one with
Okay.
the little cone.
No, I have a thing called Smart Converter too. It converts anything. So
Okay, well, yeah, I might have to send it. But anyways, basically, Zoom, the actual Zoom recording failed again. Like it won't for whatever reason. I don't know if it's just because it's too long or what, or it's too many people using it. We only have the free edition, so
yeah, everybody using Zoom, man. So
This is our first-
Yeah, they got us on that
last
at work. We doing that on work too. Zoom meetings.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
this
shout
was
out to,
the first one we missed. So
Yeah.
we'll
Shout
keep
out to Pastor Mark Moore. He didn't want. I emailed him yesterday. He emailed me right back. He's a big pastor. And he asked him what he was using. He was using the same thing. So he kind of gave me insight how to use this. So shout out to him for letting me.
Yeah, this
Right.
one was cool. I said, yeah, we had no hiccups or anything.
Yeah,
got the
so we
scrolling,
definitely.
got the
Yeah, we
topic
definitely
popped up.
gonna. Yeah, we definitely gonna be using this a lot. So, like I said, Say Like a Champ podcast, we're gonna be using it on there too. So now we can really do it because we did like a whole hour, some good stuff, and we couldn't even keep it, man. It was like, dang.
There
But
you
we
go.
got a little
Right.
thicker. I know
Yeah.
that was the hard part too. And then when we were like, okay, we need to redo the episode, it's like, but we're talking about the same topics. It's kind of like we had a good
Hard.
we had a
Yeah,
natural conversation about it. It's kind of you can't just replicate that. So it's
Yeah.
kind of weird, but we have these things happen, you know.
yeah. We'll get it together though. So, but I appreciate you guys taking our time, man, and do this podcast with me, man. So, checking
Thank
on
you.
you guys. So, I think we should do another one this month, man. So, just kind of maybe another week or 2 weeks, we'll do another one, see where we at and how we looking. Cause the barbershops are closed down now. I was still going, but I don't know how I'm gonna look. I'm like a caveman around here. Next time we get on here.
Well, my barber texted me yesterday and said that they're no longer considered or whatever, and this was his last day in the shop. But I might try to ride it out, see how it goes. But he also
See how it looks.
he's gonna be making house calls too. So he
Yeah.
said
So
he
this,
can come through. Me and my pops are here hunkered down.
Luckily,
so
I just shave everything off.
makes it easy.
I can't do that. So we're gonna figure something out. Yeah. So like I said, I appreciate you guys coming on, man. You guys have a good night, and we'll get back on in a couple of weeks, man, for sure.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it.
All right, man.
All right.
Peace.